In a scandal that could be ripped straight from the pages of a crime novel, Kevin Smith, a seemingly ordinary border officer, found himself at the heart of a London-based drug smuggling operation. Arrested in August 2023 by the National Crime Agency, Smith was sentenced to 2 years in prison for his role in the transport of £400,000 worth of Class A drugs into the UK. Smith, 38, was apprehended at his workplace in Portsmouth, a bustling port city on England's south coast, by officers from the NCA's anti-corruption unit. His arrest was a result of a complex joint operation involving the Metropolitan Police Service and Border Force. Earlier that day, before his arrest, Smith had waved through a rental car at his Border Force booth at Portsmouth Port, allowing it to enter the country unchecked. The vehicle, driven by Caprice Thompson, 46, from Brixton, contained 15 kilograms of MDMA with an estimated street value of £400,000. As Thompson made her way towards London, Met officers intercepted her vehicle and discovered the stash of drugs in the boot. Thompson's arrest marked the beginning of a chain reaction that would see other key players in the crime group brought to justice. 2 other people of the group, ringleader David Johnson, 51, and Sinan Baki, 49, both from Clapham, were also arrested. Searches of their properties, police found additional quantities of drugs, further setting the case against them. The operation, which had all the hallmarks of a high-stakes crime drama, was born out of an investigation by the Metropolitan Police into the activities of the crime group. It became evident that a corrupt insider was aiding the smugglers, prompting the involvement of the NCA. Smith, a former prison officer, had a history with Johnson, having met him while Johnson was serving a sentence for a previous drug importation conviction. This relationship was the weak link that law enforcement agencies exploited to unravel the smuggling plot of the group. The NCA put Smith under surveillance and obtained CCTV footage showing him meeting with Johnson in Portsmouth in the weeks leading up to the smuggling attempt. These secret meetups painted a clear picture of Smith's involvement in the conspiracy. Additionally, officers recovered a mobile phone from Smith that he had used to exchange encrypted messages with Johnson, further incriminating him in the case. Smith's trial at Kingston Crown Court saw him admitting to a charge of misconduct in a public office. However, he was cleared of drug smuggling charges, which is strange given the gravity of his betrayal to his job role. On April 4, 2024, Thompson was convicted of drug smuggling, sealing her fate as a key figure in the criminal enterprise. On June 7th, the court handed down sentences to the key players. Smith received 2 years for his misconduct. Johnson was sentenced to 12 years for importing Class A drugs. Baki received 8 years for possessing Class A drugs with intent to supply, and Thompson was given 7 years for her role in the smuggling operation. Dave Rock, a spokesperson for the NCA's anti-corruption unit, spoke on the seriousness of Smith's actions. Fortunately, this type of corruption is relatively rare, but it does present a real threat to security of the public, which is why we treated it as a priority. People like Kevin Smith are invaluable to organised crime groups, as they can use their access and knowledge to aid their criminal endeavours. Rock's statement highlighted the insidious nature of corruption within public institutions. The betrayal by someone entrusted with the nation's security underscores the vulnerabilities that can be exploited by criminal enterprises. Portsmouth, a city known for its rich maritime history and bustling port, found itself unwittingly at the centre of this smuggling story. The city's docks, typically a hub of legal trade and commerce, became the backdrop for law enforcement and organised crime. The operation to apprehend Smith and the group demonstrated the effectiveness of interagency cooperation in tackling complex criminal networks. The downfall of Kevin Smith is a cautionary tale of how personal connections and lapses in judgment can lead to a spiral of criminality. Smith's relationship with Johnson, forged within the walls of a prison, ultimately led to his undoing. The encrypted messages, secret meetings, and covert operation read like a spy novel, yet they were all too real for those who were all involved. The allure of easy money and the promise of a quick escape of daily life can tempt even those in position of trust. Smith's descent into corruption was not born of a single moment, but was a result of a series of choices that led him down that criminal path. The sentences handed down by Kingston Crown Court serve as a stark warning to others who might consider abusing their positions for personal gain. The justice system response was swift, reflecting how serious such breaches of trust are treated. In the end, the collaboration between the NCA, Met Police and Border Force caught a significant smuggling attempt and dismantled another crime ring. Shout out to you if you're still watching, or should I say listening. Drop me a like below. Do me a subscribe while you're at it. Catch you next time, people.